Hello, this is Alex with the Panatrack Solution Consulting Team. Today we're going to review the PanatrackerGP Assembly Transaction for Dynamics GP. Stop managing the assembly process with pads of paper and whiteboards, waiting on manual data entry into Dynamics. PanatrackerGP allows your team to capture assembly transactions when and where they occur on the floor. Relying on handwritten notes and scraps of paper at the end of the week is no longer a concern for your team. The Panatrack Assembly Transaction allows users to capture their assembly process at the moment it happens. This includes item and quantity validations against the bill of materials in real time. Configurations allow for component capture as it is issued. Panatrack also supports backflushing if that fits the workflow better. The Panatrack Work Order entry allows users to create work orders for planned assembly activities and complete the transactions based on that work order. Work orders in progress can be managed in the PanatrackerGP portal. Shown here is the Panatracker Assembly Work Order entry screen, a work order progress screen, and the main work order management list. Factors in the assembly, such as quantities, bins, user-defined fields, and even an option to allow non-bill of material components can be configured here. This is all accessed and managed directly through the PanatrackerGP portal. The PanatrackerGP Assemble Inventory transaction begins with the user first selecting a site location to which the finished goods will be assembled. This can be defaulted in your PanatrackerGP configurations. If using the work orders, a work order can be selected from the order filter lookup list, and user-defined fields can be entered if necessary. If not using work orders, our user will next select the bill of material item to be assembled. This can be accessed through a lookup list or entered through a barcode scan. Our user will then select the bin location to which our finished goods will be assembled and enter the quantity of total finished goods. Once this is complete, our user is taken to a screen showing all of the components for this assembly transaction. Accessing the Pick Components screen allows our user to once again first select the site from which the component items are issued. And next, our user begins selecting the items. Scanning a barcode from the package allows our user to then select the bin location from which the inventory is being consumed and enter in the quantity. Once that's done, our user can move on to the next item in the assembly transaction. As they go through the bill of materials, they're going to enter the item, the bin, and the quantity being consumed. For inventory items that are accessed from a lookup list, our user sees all of the components in that lookup list, and the quantities required are updated in real time. For inventory items that have a lot number, our user will first select the bin location which they're coming from, and then the lot number of the component being consumed. All of this can be done with barcode scans. Once the quantity of that item is entered, our user moves on. As our components are issued, Panatrack is building that assembly transaction and preparing to submit it into Dynamics GP. Once our final inventory item is consumed, our user can go to the review screen and see that all of the items have been issued appropriately and hit submit. This creates the assembly transaction in Dynamics GP. Completed assembly transactions that have been submitted into GP are able to be viewed in the Panatrack portal as shown. The transaction code shown on the scanner will correspond with what is shown both in the portal and under the transaction entry in GP. Lot or serial details captured as part of the transaction will be entered into GP to ensure full cradle-to-grave visibility. With real-time transaction capture, your inventory is now managed more efficiently and effectively. Our application and transactions are very configurable, ensuring that we can support nearly any workflow or process. This includes the ability to capture those lot and serial details, both for the component and the finished goods. Additional user-defined fields can be configured to ensure that all facets of your process are included. We look forward to working with your team to improve your assembly process and overall inventory management. Please contact us by email, phone, or the Contact Us form on our website, www.panatrack.com.